So I thought we'd talk a little bit about chemical peels, some of the dangers, some of the things that I've had happen in the past with chemical peels. I felt inspired to make this video because someone just did a chemical peel and she was just asking the question of is the new skin supposed to feel like rough? She said it feels like it's beginning to scab. And so as someone I've actually given myself chemical burn on my face. This was a long time ago. This is, I think I was using some of like glycolic peel. I think there was like an AHE peel. Like there were like different peels in this box set. And yeah, I just like left one on too long one night. And when you get chemical burn, basically the new skin that is underneath, like it'll peel and everything, but the new skin will be very, very tough. Like it'll be very hard. It might be a little darker, or it could be more reddish in color. But it's not smooth. It does feel like a scab. And for me, the peel or the burn that I got on my face basically lasted for like months. I would just continue like covering it up with makeup, which I think probably prolonged the healing process. Like if it would have happened on any other part of my body, maybe I could have been able to heal it myself. But basically I had to end up going to a dermatologist and getting you know, a cream, a very, very heavy duty cream to make it go away. But yeah, it stayed for months on months on months. So having issues with chemical peels, I know I talk about them a lot on my channel, and doing a chemical peel is kind of a big deal. There are certain things you just won't be able to do. I don't want to say like there's completely downtime where you need to like take off from work, but there's definitely certain things that like I just don't do when I'm doing the peel. Like working out, I remember trying to work out because like I was pretty used to working out every other day, and so you know, during a 17-day chemical peel, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna continue with my usual thing. And it's like, even that, like just the tightness in my skin, it did not feel good. Not only that, but the skin would flush, kind of like, I don't know, just I think getting my heart rate up so much, weird things were happening. So I don't completely recommend even working out if you're doing a chemical peel. Obviously you want to make sure that if you are working out, your clothes aren't like constantly like rubbing up against the skin that's trying to peel, because that could aggravate it. Having the skin peel off too quickly, or you picking at it, can cause it to scab or bleed, because like that skin is very, very sensitive underneath. Also, you're supposed to like stay away from doing things like sauna or like taking a bath. What else? Being in like a pool, obviously. That's usually just because you don't want any like bacteria getting into the skin, because you don't want to get anything infected. Taking a shower, you might not be able to have the water as hot as you normally have it. I noticed I couldn't, or my skin kind of felt like it was burning. Yeah, chemical peels can be kind of dangerous. So if you do have an issue where you feel like you're not healing properly, this is after your skin is peeled, something's just not right. Online, I've seen arnica. Usually you take arnica like after certain procedures, like maybe if you're having like a bichectomy, or if you're having a nose job. But it's like supposed to help with bruising, but it also is recommended by doctors like for those people who are having trouble healing after a chemical peel. So if you feel like your skin isn't doing what it's supposed to, this will continue. It does something with your blood vessels, but it might actually help you. Also, you're gonna have to look into different products for after, especially if you feel like your skin isn't doing what it's supposed to and you're getting kind of worried with the new skin. You might have to change up like even your soap and your lotions. Even some of the lotions that I have that are scentless, even those kind of irritated my skin. So you might have to go to the store, see what very like heavy duty lotion, so something very, very moisturizing, maybe healing. But you know, if you can take the top off before you buy it, I would put some on your skin just to see if like if you can tolerate it. But you might have to, you know, look into different products, maybe a different type of soap. When you're washing in the shower during the peeling process and even after, it might do best just to like pat the skin instead of rubbing it. Definitely you don't want any type of friction. That can give you different results. Like it actually slow down your results, and you could have issues like scabbing, or like I said before, you could actually break through the skin, because it's so sensitive, and it's literally baby skin. Now, after you do the peel and it looks like, okay, my new skin is shining through, the old skin is off, you might notice that even like being in the car and maybe just some of the sun is hitting through the window, you'll notice that you'll feel like a burning sensation on your skin. It's even after the old skin is off and you have that new skin, it's like, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm free. Like, you're still going to be hypersensitive. And so obviously SPF is good, but the best thing that I found is just to cover it, like just to continue to keep it covered for a couple of days, even after it looks like you're completely healed. And so having some type of, I would say one of those knit blankets, or like maybe a knit cardigan you could like drape over your legs or drape over your arms, like something that has holes in it, especially if it's really hot where you are. That's what I keep in my car, and it really helps. Because yeah, even after you think you're good to go and you're in the clear, you can still do something to damage that skin. And if you give yourself hyperpigmentation, which you can give yourself hyperpigmentation after a chemical peel if you're not healing properly, it will last for a very long time. I've got some just like, it was on like the side of my knee. This was after a full body peel, and this was more of user error of me being too hard on my skin before it was time, maybe itching at it, scratching at it, and yeah, that's just like a risk that you take, sadly. And so hopefully if you do have something like that, it looks like it's hyperpigmentation, hopefully you can like clear it up within like the next month, but don't be surprised if it sticks around for like 2 months or 3 months afterwards. Yeah, that's just, you really definitely want to be like gentle on your skin. But there are some like chemical peels out there that are just too strong, and so leaving it on even for a couple minutes longer than what was recommended, like even that could do you in, even if you're like sticking to the directions word for word. It's sadly, it's just like one of the risks with chemical peels. So I know sometimes like I'll just like bring up chemical peels, like, oh yeah, just do a chemical peel, but it definitely, there is a like a learning curve, and if something goes wrong, you know, thankfully usually you can heal it. It is reversible, but sometimes it's going to take a while afterwards. And obviously if you notice something that you're kind of nervous about, going to a dermatologist, whatever cream they give you will probably be able to heal it up quicker. But if you want to do it yourself, those are my recommendations. But the best is just you know, just be careful. Even if, like, let's say you're using like a 100% glycolic peel or something like that, even with the directions and the recommended time that it says to keep it on, if you start feeling like some tingling or you still start feeling any type of discomfort, I 100% will, you're gonna have some tingling, but if it starts to get to where you feel like you have to like tough it out, I would automatically just take it off. There are also other acid neutralizers on the market. I have never used one, but I think it would be worthwhile getting one if you're going to try one of these AHA peels or glycolic peels, one of these higher level peels. Have some type of neutralizing agent close by, just in case you have any issues with it. Do a patch test, but chemical peels aren't really a joke. They can definitely go wrong, and the easiest way after something goes wrong would just be to see the dermatologist, you know, quickly. If you do not have the money for that, then there's always Google, and there's other information. But don't be surprised if the products that you're using prior to the chemical peel, if they're a little bit too much even during or after the chemical peel and you have to change it up because you're feeling discomfort, you definitely want to make sure that you're maintaining your moisture levels in your skin, keeping it nice and moisturized, and you're kind of just babying it until you are like 100% in the clear. And even after that old skin has fallen off and you have your new, fresh, pretty skin, you still are going to have to like really watch what you're using on it if you want to like go back to using your daily lighteners, because you will have to maintain lightening even after a chemical peel. Your skin doesn't just stay that bright new lighter color. You know, you have to maintain that. And so if you're used to like using your lightener or your brightening serum like twice a day, even after with that new healed skin, you might only be able to use it like once a day. If you guys have any recommendations for using peels, or have you had like a chemical peel go wrong, like what did you have to do to heal your skin up? Did you have to go and see a dermatologist, or what happened with that? Did it leave any like permanent scars?